What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Sweat It Out podcast. Today we have a special guest coming out of Miami. We have our boy, fitness coach. This guy's a leader. He just opened up his new gym. Please help me welcome Michel.
What's up? What's up? Michel. What's up, fellas? What's going on?
What's up, brother?
Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me, man. Hey, you guys switched up the intro? Yeah, that was dope. I heard that bass in there, baby. Hey, you gotta have that bass. You from Dade County, baby.
Yeah. You know we're trying to represent the 305. I'm an import, but I still try to represent the best I can.
You've been down here for a while. I can see it.
Look,
7 years now, man. It's been long enough.
When you're wearing a Versailles shirt, it already speaks Miami. I'm sorry.
Yo, I remember meeting him at a I think an honor cert.
Yeah, the kettlebell one, I think.
Yeah, or maybe 4 years ago.
I think so.
Oh my god,
that old Primal Fit location.
Yeah, yo, this man got a serious tan line, man. I almost thought he was gonna take him.
I know. Usually
he was pale as
usually I look like this, dead ass. Usually I look like this, but
yeah, he's embracing it, baby.
Training outside. My melanin's changing a little bit. I think the longer I'm down here, so yeah, I'll embrace the tan. I don't mind looking a little Latin. I think I'm tanner than Mendez is right now.
Nah.
You just got the darker. You got the darker shirt on. So
shut up. Telling me I'm shook today the whole time.
Damn, that was 4 years ago.
I think maybe even longer, man.
You were still at Equinox.
Yeah, I was still.
Yeah, that was 2020. No, yeah, that was longer than that. That was 2016.
2016, Jesus.
Oh, wow. I can't believe it, man. What time flew.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Insane. So what's new with you, man? It's been a while since we've had a conversation since you stopped by the old gym I was at.
Yes, open up my new spot. We is called V3P. Vortex 3 Performance, baby. So it's me and two other partners, and we'll bring how can I put this? A multiverse of talented trainers together, and to showcase what they got, and surprise great workouts and fun for the people, man. Make it a tribe, man. Make it an environment. It's in Miami Shores, and have it grow, from there,
Love it, man. And I'm gonna dive right into it just because I know we kind of, actually, when you were walking over here, I know we were talking. And one of the things was, you said, we opened up a gym during one of the hardest times.
Yes.
During the moment that COVID hit. So
yes.
How was that? And did you guys hesitate or what was that mindset going into it? Where it's like, I'm just going to go all in and see what happens.
As an entrepreneur, because, from books and, going to other workshops with Eric Cressy, Pete Dupuis, and talking to these guys, and you just got to go into it. You just got to go all in, no matter what's going on.
You did their mentorship? Or?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, how was that? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it was awesome, man. It was awesome, man. Pete Dupuis, great guy. Eric Cressy, down-to-earth, cool dudes. And they're there to give their knowledge, man, their experience to you, man. And they're like, Mike, just go for it. I met them about 3 years ago, and they're like, just do it. And I took like workshop after workshop to workshop with them. They're like, what are you doing here? Just go open your gym already. Just do it, man.
I had kind of looked into some of that extensively when I was thinking about opening up a gym. What were some of the biggest takeaways that you took from that mentorship?
I took as far as the business side from Pete Dupuis. One of the best things, and a lot of people try to do, is do this by themselves, right? So, and it's hard. It's tough to run a business by yourself. Even you, just one-on-one. Just a one-on-one training because you got to have somebody help out you with your website, right? I'm not sure if you're doing, some guys I know, I do it myself. I have a friend of mine. She helps my clients in the nutrition programs. I could do it myself, but programming, contacting clients, working on sales, trying to get new clients in the door all the time, and keeping in touch with them, the ones that are missing a couple of days or something's wrong, especially when meals, because I'm not with them. It's one thing when you guys know this. It's one thing when they're working out with you, but when they're walking out and eating like crap, that's another battle. So one of the biggest thing I picked up from them is having a team. Like Pete was the brains behind the operation, the admin and whatnot, and Eric Cressy was the talent. He's the guy that makes sure the programs get out to all his athletes. He's the guy that makes sure all the interns and the coaches on his staff is up to speed. and they have an in-depth learning program, which I loved and whatnot. Continuing education for all his guys, so which I loved. And yeah, man, I think that's the biggest thing, as finding that cohesive group and partnership to help you build this brand. Because I've started from my first job in the gym was cleaning the floors. I worked at US1 Fitness right up here. I worked an overnight guy. My job was to clean the floors. So I went from that front desk sales there, LA Fitness, and I worked in other small studio gyms and box gyms and whatnot. And I've seen some talented group of people come together, but as you know, we got this alpha male vibe. You know, all of us got it because we got to be. You know, that's how we were. We got this alpha male
Talking
vibe
about me?
that sometimes it collides.
Yeah, I could go for a Cuban sandwich right now. Always.
So we have to find that that partnership. Everybody know their roles, and execute it to perfection, man. So that's tough to master, man, because people are always, you guys have to be the same page, same vision, at the end of the day. So seeing those two operate and whatnot, and filling their roles, and teaching each other. Like Eric taught Pete Dupuis was a business MBA major, right, from Boston College, right? He's not a trainer, he's not a coach, but you got to be a coach to sell coaching, right?
Yep.
And Eric is on the floor coaching or traveling with athletes, coaching all over the world, whatnot. So he had to teach him his style of training and what he does, or show him so he could explain it to future clients and whatnot. And people like, hey, this sounds good, but it's not gonna work. Whatever this type of format or this type of schedule for whatnot. So, find people that are willing to continue to learn and feed off each other, and don't feel like it's a shot to their ego. That's something special right there,
How did you go about building your team, right? I mean, as Anthony was mentioning, right? They the COVID lockdowns devastated the fitness industry.
Yes.
So how did you kind of go about building that integral team that you're talking about that you learned from Cressy and Pete Dupuis during the shutdown, during COVID, or how long ago before COVID were you really in the process of doing that?
Well, I've been thinking about opening my own spot since as soon as I became a certified trainer. As soon as I decided, this is the path I'm taking, that's what I wanted to do, right? And at first I thought, I'll do it by myself. But as watching other people go through it, Matt Pack,
it's a grind.
Yeah, it's a grind. It's a grind. It could wear you down by yourself. So I just looked at it. I kind of tell people, I joke around, say I'm Professor X now. I look for talented individuals and see if we could, I took notes of talented individuals or what they're good at, and kept note somewhere special. We're like, hey, when it's time, I'm gonna throw out that signal, that Thundercat sign in the air, and we're gonna collab, baby.
Thundercats. That's a reference. Thundercats.
That's why I tell people, right, how Cap say, Avengers Assemble. You know what I'm saying? I throw that sign up in the air, that call to action, man, and we brought together, man.
So I gotta ask you, were you the one that assembled the team for this?
For this, I think the universe did it for me, because I was talking to the people that I'm partnered with, and I've been talking to the coaches and trainers, the subcontractors that's working out of our studio. I've been talking about this for the last 3 years. And it's like, just, I guess, speak it out to the universe, as they say, what I'm saying?
Law of attraction.
Law of attraction, and boom, it happened.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So would you say that, being you that had that passion for it, would you say you're the one that brought the idea to the table?
Yeah, I did brought the idea to the table and whatnot, and again, people willing to listen. Sometimes we got to put our egos aside, and people willing to listen and whatnot, and that's the biggest thing. We can't have no egos. That's out the door. I've seen that so many times in so many businesses, fitness or not.
Yep.
Egos collide, forget about it.
I
Okay?
agree, man. I agree. I gotta say, something I learned from a mentor was, especially when you're expanding and you're putting a team together,
Yeah.
and he said it was like, go find people that are better at you at what you do.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Go find those people.
Yeah.
'Cause those are the people that are gonna help you grow.
Yeah.
And that's when you have to put your ego aside.
Yeah. Exactly. So I have my partner, Todd. He handles the admin office stuff, and he's a beast at it. He'll come out with spreadsheets, break everything down, numbers, boom, boom, boom. Like, hey, we can't do this. It ain't gonna work.
Sound familiar?
Yeah. Hey, we
that
can't.
would be me.
Hey, the numbers don't match. Ain't working. We gotta come up with something else. And I'll listen. I'm like, all right, cool. Scratch it. Let's do it. You got my other buddy Ralph. He's my background. Let me rewind. Is I've been a wrestler for 15 years, boxing, jiu-jitsu, you name it. Anyway, martial arts been back.
Don't fuck me up.
Never.
Don't fuck me up.
So I always wanted a studio involved with combat sports, but introduce it to general population where, it's not too scary, not too intense, and progress them, whatnot. So Ralph is a USA boxing coach, certified boxing coach. So we incorporate that in part of our programming in our workouts. Like I run Ultimate Power, which is strength for group training, and he runs Ultimate Cut, where it includes the boxing element to it. And we're going to offer down the road self-defense for men, women, children.
Amazing.
And boxing classes. And I have DJ Joseph Dupuis. He's a Olympic judo. Was top 10 in the world at one point. He's retired now, but he's a great judo coach, and he's gonna be part of that. So just that team, man. And these are guys I known for the last couple of years, and we just talked about it, talk. But then some snap brought it all together.
Definitely a place I don't want to mess with anybody with.
No, I mean, but that's honestly a great concept, right? Because martial arts is only going to continue to grow.
Yes.
And I mean, I participated in karate when I was very young, nothing serious. But I do think that, martial arts is a great sport, a great activity for a lot of young kids to get into, right?
Exactly. And also on top of that, like me as an athlete, right? What got me to this training thing, I studied a lot of stuff before I was a trainer to make myself a better athlete, because the athletes I was going against were the best in the world, right? Like for football, I was competing in college against Mr. Tennessee. The dude was the best athlete in Tennessee. I'm 5'10", 180 pounds, running what was I running back then? A 4.7, 4.8. And Mr. Tennessee here, 6'2", 230, running a 4.4 without even trying. So I'm like, I got to have an edge. And even in combat training. So I started studying a lot of how people worked out, trained. And that's what led me, to be honest with you, to On It. Because majority of the modalities and tools they use, those come from combat athletes. Kettlebells, wrestling wrestlers, fighters, and grapplers. Yep. Clubs, Indian wrestlers, fighters, and grapplers. Mace, African and Indian fighters and grapplers. This came from this was what their conditioning was consist of with that and whatnot. Like the Halo or 360. I've been doing that since I was 12 in wrestling. We had a plate. In America, we use a plate. But these other countries use a same movement pattern, but they're using something else. So I'm like, and another one, animal flow. Ground-based movement. That's used in every combat. My wrestling coaches, every time I do
Jiu-jitsu, wrestling.
Every time I do a animal flow video, they're like, yo, all my wrestling coaches like, yo, that's a wrestling move. That's a switch. That's an escape. Like, hey, what's this animal flow crap you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But it brings it back. Your movement is universal.
Yep.
Movement's universal. So, right. So, taking these other courses, learning how to introduce general pop, I'm like, okay, all right. We could combine it to same thing. We're going. I know a way that we can introduce combat training to general pop and make it safe and fun. And two, at the end of the day, I see it like this. You could be training somebody I have this already happened to me. We all, since the beginning of time, we all have a competitor in us, men or women, all of us, right? Okay, a competitive spirit. Africa, from African tribes, South American tribes, to the Greeks, the Romans, we all have some type of sport or something to compete in, right? And people still have that. They still got that fire. But first thing, we got to get them in shape, right? So I've had clients that have been training with me for 7, 8 years now, got them in good shape, and they feel great. Now they want to compete in something. Don't mean they got to be pro, but they want something to challenge them a little bit more. And I think combat sports in a safe environment could do that. Because if you look at combat sports, everything, I don't care if it's boxing or judo, there's master leagues. You could be 6 years old, go and compete in a judo tournament or a jiu-jitsu tournament or a boxing tournament and whatnot.
I think the parallels between, martial arts and strength training are vastly, greater than a lot of different sports, right? Football or basketball, where you're really tearing your body down. I mean, you do get some sort of mental resilience, right? By playing basketball, by playing football, especially teamwork, all that stuff.
Of course.
But martial arts, at least from an outsider perspective, right, correlates mostly to strength training because there is that, singular, okay, I have to protect myself. I need to be healthy, right? I need to get out of this, okay, whether it's, acutely or less dangerous in the sense of like strength training compared to martial arts, but relatively the same. Plus the resiliency that you have to build in order to be able to, one, get punched in the face a shit ton of times.
Yes.
Two, be able to, stay calm under pressure.
Yes.
And be able to problem solve on the fly.
Yes.
Correct. I think both of those things, right? Whether it be, you're trying to get out from a mount, or you're, having to change up your program because you tweaked your shoulder.
Yes.
I think there's tons of correlation between martial arts and strength training that, this type of concept that you're going to be pushing forward is going to be so beneficial for a lot of people.
Yeah, even the simple things as breathing, right? One of I learned from when I was doing martial arts, and took me, I wish I knew it younger, diaphragmatic breathing. Mm-hmm. How important it is diaphragmatic breathing.
No one can breathe.
No one, right? And now, going through it with Sarah and John Wolf and all them, how key diaphragmatic breathing is now, especially if you're moving around a mace.
Yeah, we had Sarah on not too long ago, and we were talking about the breath work too.
Yeah, so and again, this was in combat sports, yoga, and everything. So just these simple things, like it's universal, baby. It's all universal,
I completely agree, man, and I love everything you're saying, and you hit the nail on the head. One of the questions I have is, when you got your team collectively, how was that when you guys came to the program? How was it when you guys said, well, this is going to be what we're going to be known for in the elements? Was it something at first where, one wanted to drive a little bit more one direction, one wanted to drive the other? How did you guys meet in the middle?
We did. So everybody wanted to be more like, we did have that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, we have to evolve to something greater in this fitness world. And I think, and they're like, how can we do that? Because that's the thing. How can you do it? Because you're like, everybody says you got to be one niche and stick to that one niche. And I'm like, why? I'm like, let's just get, like, there's okay, working day. How many days? Let's say we start at 5 a.m. What's there, 16, 18 hours in a working day?
Something like that.
Yeah,
depending on how hard you want to go.
So
I'm not as hard as you, Mendez. Chill.
Oh. So
I need a nap.
I think in a working day and even a working week, there's a spot, a time for every person I know to shine. And let's do that. And they're the expert at their thing, and let them do their thing. And so that's how we did it. I'm like, and again, it was more me saying my partners like, all right, I get what you're saying, but we got to try something a little different, a little new, and let's see how it works. It's still work in progress, man. We're still working. Only been open for a couple months through COVID, so we're still changing time slots. Certain classes haven't started yet. Our judo program hasn't started yet. Our boxing program started yet. So, but we're building the elements to get it going. So yes, it was always a pushback. But again, that ego, put that ego aside. You know what? Let's listen and we vote. Like, hey, we were talking about logos. Like, hey, two of us like this one, the other one didn't like that one, so we voted. So we put a vote. And we just anything to the side, we voted out, and that's it.
Love it. So I know we talked about ego. I know it's been mentioned a few times and thrown out there. And me and Josh have talked about it.
Usually Mendez just yelling at me about my ego, but it's okay.
This guy always gets emotional.
I get super. I start.
If I don't bring him a Cuban sandwich, done. Starts crying.
I mean, it's a good way to start off the conversation for sure.
So I gotta ask you, just because I know at the same time, ego being such a thing that can disrupt and really hurt a team. Where have you seen in yourself and with your team where ego has played a benefit role? Where we know that at the same time, having a little bit of ego and knowing when to use it can help you in certain situations, just not letting it get over to the top.
Voice your opinion. Like if you don't like something, you don't think it's gonna work, say it.
Preach.
Boom.
Say it. Don't I've had in past we have team meetings and other places I worked at, and somebody had a problem with something, nobody speaked up, and it festered till it got ugly, and then next thing you know, it messed up the whole vibe for the whole building. And I don't care if you don't say nothing, you could be a professional as you want. The clients could feel that, man. They could feel that.
Do you think that part of that is because I've been in the same situations at some of the other gyms I've worked at where you go into these meetings where there's supposed to be some dialogue and some feedback, or there should be, so everyone can kind of move forward. Yeah. But I feel like there's, a small group of people who don't want to voice their opinion just because they're afraid. You have the people who are pretty happy with how things are going with the status quo. They don't want to change it. And then you have a large majority of the people that just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They just don't give a shit. They're just there to collect a check or whatever. Yeah. So how do you have these conversations with your team so that people do feel like they can voice their opinion, or that they should, and that they have the right to be able to do so?
Well, we're still building. We're trying to find coaches that have passion for this and not just collecting a check. So we got to cut that out right now. We
talk about that all the time.
You got to have passion.
Problem solvers.
Yeah, problem solvers. And two, not only passion, we want to take care of our coaches and whatnot, because a lot of people feel like they're not appreciated enough. Or
and that doesn't always have to be monetarily, right?
No.
Just getting their feedback, allowing them to have a little bit of authority.
Yeah, having authority, and so passion, and I'll be honest with you, looking for alpha males and females, because a lot of things is confidence. Young trainers, or not even just trainers, people in general, when they're starting a journey, is confidence, right? And we try to find confidence people to speak their mind, and we take it from there. We let them, take the floor, voice what they got to say, and then, we hash it out right there. If there's an issue, let's hash it out right now, and whatnot. And that'll be that. So, I try again. Passion, can't be quiet, can't be scared, and most of the people we have are like that. We got a bunch of alphas already. Whatnot. And that's how we do. That's how we take care of that.
Yeah, he'll tell you, I can't fucking hold my tongue to save my life. I don't.
No.
If something's on my mind, if I can't get it out within the first 5 seconds, I start to go just start to get a little shaky.
With that, we try to be respectful. Try to be respectful for each other.
Yeah, I've definitely been at fault of that in the past. I mean, some people that I've worked with, at Equinox and other places will be like, you used to be such a hothead, but over the past couple of years, I've been really working on okay. There's a way you got to go about voicing your opinion so that you don't seem like such an asshole. You can still be an asshole, but you just shouldn't sound like it all the time.
Yeah, even a friend of mine told me hey, look, you're in your authority position now. You're an owner. You're a boss. You got to approach people differently. Because I come from football and wrestling, man. I'm used to getting
just fuck people up.
Yeah.
I'm used to getting chewed out.
Yep.
My coach saying the worst things in the world about
That's
me,
right.
but not everybody going to respond like that.
I remember those days.
Wow.
There's a lot of people that you attack them that way, not attack them, but you approach them that way, they're going to fold. They collapse, and you just ruin a good coach and whatnot. And even with football, you gotta learn who, what, how to approach them. Some people, they need that. They need that fire.
Yeah.
Get in their face. I'm like, hey, man, all right, I got you. And I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna give you a quick story. Even with Matt, one time, me and the other coach, we were out partying. We were hanging out, and
trainers partying in Miami. What? No.
No,
Anyway, the next day we came into the class and
Wait, I want to know more about the party.
Oh,
man.
Yo, he's always trying to get shit out of me. I'm trying to like leak it out like a balloon,
man.
you know?
We missed the juicy part in there.
Yeah.
I can tell you, man. We went from we one thing I'm gonna give you advice, man.
Don't go to 11 during the week.
That too. And
No
man,
BTs.
And make sure you go out fly, baby. Go out fly, man. If you got suit it up, man. You know what I'm saying?
I sweat too much to wear a fucking suit.
don't-
I sweat way too much.
Don't
I'm like
show off animal flow breakdance movements
black.
in the middle of the
I got
club.
the black tee on, you know, that way no one sees how long I sweat at 7 in the morning.
And do not whatever the girl may say, do not get on the stripper pole with the dancers. Never, ever, ever, ever do that. Okay.
I'm good, man. I don't need to go to the strip clubs in Miami anymore. I think I'm blacklisted. For sure.
But we had a long night and Matt were like, yo, our energy was dead. We were flat. We were just going through the motions, right? And he was like, hey, these clients are not paying for it. He didn't say there. He pulled us in a room, chewed us out, like, hey, our clients are not paying for that. You know, I expect the best of you, this and that, whatever, chewed us out. And you know what? I took that and that made me step up my game. That made me a 10 times better coach because I'm used to it. Now, I've seen him do the same thing with other coaches, and they folded, they crushed, they collapsed, they quit, or whatever happened. So it's just from seeing that, you guys got to learn to read, feel people, give them an opportunity to voice their opinion, try not to attack them, and help them grow. You know, that's all.
I think we could definitely agree that when you start learning, the individual you're speaking with, and you can adapt and know how to get around it. I think it's definitely important. And then at the same time, understanding, like you said, when somebody needs that push or when somebody needs to be spoken to a different way to get that point across or to effectively make a difference, definitely is going to be the thing that helps.
Yeah, and also confidence. Give them a boost of confidence, man. A lot of people need that.
Confidence
man.
is huge, right?
Yeah, because you don't know what a person is going through, client or coach, and sometimes give them an alley-oop, give them something, pick them up, man. You know what I'm saying? Get the rhythm going.
It's like every time I give Josh confidence, all the time.
I don't think I need any more confidence. I don't think I need it. I think I need maybe a little less confidence sometimes. Some of my clients have told me that. I mean, I don't personally believe that, but I don't. Nah, I mean, he'll tell you like I need a swift kick in the ass sometimes, and I'll give it to him right back.
Yeah.
When it's necessary. We don't always agree on everything, but we always come to some sort of a compromise at the end of the day because we both, value each other's opinions and we respect each other and we know each other's going to work as hard as we possibly can,
yes,
right, in order to get to the end goal that we want to accomplish.
100%. And you shouldn't agree on everything. You shouldn't. You're not guys. You guys are not gonna create that magic if you agree on everything.
That's right.
Yeah,
So,
I could never have those beautiful locks of hair that he has just flowing down onto his shoulders.
Don't hit on my beautiful hair.
Nah, man, I can't because you also got the beard with it, and I can't grow that in. So.
Me either, man. I grow these little patches, man. Nah. I look like a.
Sometimes I just want to trim it off and just glue it on.
I'll donate you some.
Oh shit! So, what have you guys been doing since the gyms reopened? How have you been dealing with the regulations that the state of Florida and the federal government? If the federal, I don't even know.
I'm not gonna lie. I see this a part where the partnership came in because I was ready to fight back. Like this is ridiculous, man. A mask.
That trainer mentality. This is bullshit.
I'm like, how am I happy with work? Like our workouts are strenuous. I'm like, they can go outside and do strength activity without the mask, but they got to work inside the mask. I'm not having nobody pass out. So I was ready to fight back. But I'm part like, Mike, that ain't the move, Mike. That's not the move.
Yeah,
Mike.
you're not gonna win against the federal government.
No.
So I'm literally, I'm like, man, we had like a 30-minute argument about this, but I had to calm down, put my ego aside. I'm like, all right, you guys are right. Okay, cool. So yeah, we have people wearing masks, but we'll be constant. Hey, if you need to stop, breathe, or we have heart rate monitors. So if you're seeing, wait till your heart rate drops, change the color before you continue with the exercise or whatnot. Just be conscious of that, whatnot. And we keep it very clean. Very clean. I just got tested negative. Never had it.
Hey, me either.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I thought probably I had it at the beginning of this, and I don't know, but never had it. So
Every time I have like a weed cough, I'm like, oh fuck, is that corona? Is that corona? I'm like,
yo, this fear monster, man, could make you could really mess with you.
or
Man.
like I get inside my own head and then I get like shortness of breath. I'm like, oh fuck, is it COVID? I'm like, oh no, I just I gave myself anxiety and so now I'm short of breath.
Yo, when we opened June 8th, all gyms reopened June 8th, right? So the mayor was it July 7th talking about, oh, we're shutting everything down. And he changed the next day. I was so stressed out that I thought I had COVID. Like I didn't eat, I didn't sleep.
Like, oh shit.
The next day I felt like shit. I feel like crap. I'm like, oh man, I got COVID.
Yeah, aren't you glad we don't live in New York though? I mean, the shit that closed down indefinitely, and Cuomo was like, well, you know, we have a lot of evidence from other states said their gyms are very problematic. Very and extremely problematic. It's like 44 fucking states had gyms open.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think 44 states would have gyms open if they were extremely or very problematic.
I just think, a lot of these rules are like no-brainers to me. Like before COVID, I was a very clean freak. I'm rolling on the ground. I do animal flow, I'm rolling on the ground. Mm-hmm. I wash my hands after every training session.
And all right. Clean the mats, especially if you guys are doing combat stuff.
Yeah, we clean the mats like crazy. All right, half the majority of the gym is a mat. Even our boxing area is a mat. When you guys come by, it's a big mat. Okay, so it's like we got it, and even from combat, like there's worse stuff than COVID, staph infection.
Oh yeah.
People don't understand. I used to, because when I was at Equinox, I used to go because the maintenance staff they wouldn't go down and like wipe down the benches, wipe down the dumbbells. So from my strength and conditioning days, I was so used to doing that after, every session or when I would like walk the floor or I had free time, I'd go and like wipe down. People like, what are you doing? I'm like, you probably could get staph infection right now. Like if I didn't wipe this down with a simple grain that literally kills staph. People don't understand like it's so easy to get staph infection inside of the gym.
The Cleveland Browns sports facility had to get closed down this maybe 10 years back. Like
I have a friend who has a hole in their calf from staph infection, a giant hole.
I know 3 former NFL players had to end their career because of staph infection.
It's serious, man.
Yeah, I'm like you don't want to get that. You don't want to get something you may have to amputate a limb.
We had a kid in my high school, and I played high school football, and I remember they had to, immediately take him out. And
they'll amputate your amputate your limb.
No, they literally. I remember that time they had moved, because we were, imagine he was in our locker room playing with us, so they didn't want us in that locker room anymore. So they moved us. They actually.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in your locker room either.
Smell like shit.
Yeah.
So they moved.
You probably never wash your football jersey.
No, they moved us to the women's locker room.
Hey.
So we took over that one, clean, nice.
Not anymore.
The doors weren't broken on the stalls. Lockers weren't broken, right?
For like a week.
For like a week.
Yeah, for like a week.
But yeah, that was a moment where people were freaking out because that kid was playing for a while with us, and he was in contact for us, and supposedly he had kept silent about the infection that he had for like almost a month.
That's fucked.
So it was some crazy. I remember they were cleaning out everything. It was, and luckily it happened right after the football season ended, going into spring. So we had enough time where it's not, your season's going to get affected by it or, whatever it is, because there was another kid then that had caught, I forget, how they say like there's that pre-staff or whatever it is.
Yes.
So he had some of that too. So they were regulating that whole thing, but that shit is serious, man.
Well, and my whole thing too is like, Walmart's open. Like, you ever been to the Walmart in like Kendall and Hialeah? Like one of the dirtiest places I've ever been in my entire life. But
which one?
The one that's in Hialeah, like way past the airport.
Okay.
I mean, gross, to say the least. Gross. And you can't open your gym. With these rigorous standards that are easy to be kept in a small environment, but you can have hundreds upon hundreds of people touching all of the shit inside of the store.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah. That day. Yeah. So I was going nuts because I'm like, come on. And these are common sense things that I feel like should have been taken care of. Clean the gym. Since I was 12 years old, my coach taught me clean the gym. because you don't want nobody getting sick. And I have teammates caught staph infections, ringworms, all that.
Yeah,
gone through.
are not fun.
You ever have ringworm?
I did. Yes, I did.
You ever have it?
I've had like 3.
Really? No, never had it. Gross. Looks so gross. Though. Little fucking.
I
It is.
had one here. I had one on my neck. I had one on my leg.
Your
Like,
neck. What were you doing? Like rolling around under
man.
rocks?
Some wrestling, dude.
Yeah.
It's my wrestling from high school days.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so from then, as you know, like, you had to keep a higher level standards of cleanliness because people could get sick and cause in their career, so, you don't want that. So I've been taught from the beginning, keep a clean gym. Even when my first job was cleaning the gym, I cleaned the gym, so that was a no-brainer to me as in, this is common sense thing. This is what we're doing from the beginning. 2, we're a small place, less traffic. And third, on top of that, there's even fast food joints. I'm not gonna name, but they're disgusting, and they're staying open, but we can't stay open. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
so,
if you had to pick one fast food spot to smash, what would it be though?
I'm a burger guy.
All right, so
Yeah, it'd probably be Shake Shack. You know what's it?
Shake Shack or Five Guys?
Shake Shack.
I'm not gonna lie. I had
man,
some
Five
Shake Shack
Guys.
the other day.
Five Guys.
Hey, before that,
You can get the bacon and the grilled jalapenos.
I haven't tried that yet. I'm gonna have to try that. You know what joint was burger and beer joint? You guys remember that?
Yeah,
There was one down here in
there's still in
Brickell.
Brickell.
Open in Brickell?
The one in Mary Brickell. Yeah,
No,
so
hey,
we went there the
Locale
other
is
day.
pretty good.
Oh, Locale is good.
Locale is good.
Yeah,
Where was
yeah.
Locale?
Kush
In
and Kush.
in the Grove.
Oh, Kush is
Kush
good.
is good.
Same,
The one in
Try
Locale.
Locale.
owners, same owners.
Yeah.
Same owners.
Yeah, same owners.
Okay.
But Locale in the Grove is
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
good.
Guys
Good
who are
job.
listening, stay away from there. Don't eat that. Those are our spots. Now, really go. Now go there. They're really good.
And they also now, I know like 3 years ago or something like that, or 2, Locale opened up. The owner decided to open up a shake, like a shake company right next door to Locale. So it's pretty cool.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I've been there.
Like milkshake.
Yo, I did have.
They're like insane.
You would know. Of course, you would know.
Hey,
I'm always trying to get him to stop eating croquettes, and but I'm like, every time I see him in the store, I'm like, no more,
This guy.
no more. I've
I've
been
been
out
there.
of King though.
I've been there, and I saw it, and he's like, it's like a retro, like in a house or something.
Yes, that's his replica of his old home. It
Oh.
was crazy. Yeah, he made that little spot exactly look like his old home or his old grandma's home, something like that.
Yeah, the burgers and the shake there is fire.
Yeah,
Fire.
I have to go check it out. I never
Yeah.
leave the beach other than to come here though. So I'm like, no, not dead ass, never. I mean, he'll tell you like even when we were picking out the office, I was like, don't you want to like come to the beach though? Like,
That was my question for you guys. How did that go? I know that was a fight. I know
no,
that
it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was more like, all right, well, I'm not going to go all the way past Dadeland, and you're not going to come to the beach, so we got to find somewhere in the middle that works. So, and it's not a bad drive for either of us, I don't think.
No, especially now with the whole with COVID, the traffic is a lot lighter. So I get here in like 20 minutes. But shit, if there was normal traffic, it'd take me over an hour.
I figured. I've been trying to get Anthony to come and work out my spot for
Dude,
the longest, man. I'm like, yo, what
We
you
gotta
doing?
do it.
Yeah, we'll
we
go.
gotta do
Yeah,
it.
we'll go
Well,
for
definitely.
get some flows in or something.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I'm down for sure.
We definitely gotta do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the only, he's one of the only people that's been able to pull me off the beach so far, but we'll come for sure.
Okay, all right.
This
for
guy's
sure.
never even seen Kendall in his life.
No, I've never been a Kendall.
I believe
Nah, I've
it.
never
I
been to
believe
Kendall.
it.
I've talked
He
about
hears about it all the time. but
I
he's never been
I know
there.
so much about Kendall, and I've never been to Kendall. Never. Nah. I probably know more about the Flanagans in Kendall. I know more about
Flanagans in
I probably know
Kendall.
every bartender, waiter that works at that Flanagans. I've never stepped foot in it.
Bro, because the thing is, all the Kendall girls come out to party on the beach
Yeah.
and in downtown. So that's where they get majority of
tell
their
me,
business.
So you tell me you never went to Kendall, check out a little honey?
Nah, I used to go to the Walmart in Hialeah. You think I'm kidding? Why do you think I went to that? Why do you think I went to Hialeah?
You better
Nah, it
not.
makes
It's like
sense.
gold mine. It was
you
like
be-
gold mine.
You better
It makes
not.
sense. It
Better
makes
not
sense.
catch something at that dirty Hialeah.
Nah.
You better watch out.
Nah, man. I know what I'm stepping into. I know what I'm stepping into.
Oh, man, that's a classic right there.
Nah,
man.
only been to Doral to go to those those Venezuelan hot dog stands that are out there.
Oh, man.
Those like roadside stands. Those are
Yeah.
bomb.
That
But they're
Vlad-
like
Vlad takes you out there.
yeah, we can say that. yeah, we go with that.
Yep.
But yeah, man. So it's kind of back to what we were talking about before, all the bullshitting around. But you know, it's not easy for anyone in the gym industry right now.
No, it's not.
You know, have you guys thought about, you know, what would happen if they did lock things down? Do you have like a hybrid model that you've been talking about?
We've been talking about online. We're gonna start online program, like 3 tiers, like what's Zoom, like a Zoom for our clients.
Zoom class.
Yeah, on demand, and a higher tier, 6-week, 8-week program, meal plan, calls, and everything like that.
Amazing.
For the higher end clients and whatnot. So that's what we're in the works developing right now. You know, so yeah, because that's what we were talking about. We're like, you know, just in case. Even our payment structure, we changed it up. Instead of charging people monthly, we charge people weekly. Because you never know, we get shut down any week now.
Pretty interesting that you say that. I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard that model.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it was, and you know, everybody thought we were crazy and stupid. And then people were like, you know what? That the week the mayor called, and like it makes sense because you got to think about it, right? We want to take care of our community, right? So it's hard as a business owner. I don't care what business you have to say, we're gonna give everybody money back for a month. Majority of that money's already gone for bills, for the light, the rent, the this, the that, the staff. What money you got to give back? We haven't even made a profit yet. It's okay because we're entrepreneurs. We know this is going to be a long grind, and we're going to get there. But yeah. So to say, we're going to give like, just throwing a number out there, $10,000 back for the month. That $10,000 went to the bills, right there. Versus, okay, we could give back $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever we made for that week back to the people that came in and whatnot. And that's what we did. And when the mayor shut down, it took us a day. My partner really, it took him the whole day to manually refund everybody.
Woo!
And then everybody said,
Josh is like, I know Mendes wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, damn, dude, that's a lot of time.
But
That's a lot of time.
it's a lot of time, but we
And
want
just
to
be like, I'm going to go talk to the people. You take care of this. You sit behind the computer.
trying to stay faced with the community and let
Yeah.
them know we're here for them. And a lot of people are like, you know what, it makes sense. Now I know why you did it.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
it really
That's
sounds,
awesome.
you know, it really sounds like you're trying to do the best that you can for your community. Like you were just mentioning, you know, you're always kind of looking at them first and foremost whenever you're developing something, even when you're talking about your rate structure, you know, and having known you for, you know, the past 4 or 5 years now, man, it's great to see that you've taken this next step and that you've opened up your own spot and that you're, you know, willing to bring all these people underneath your wing, kind of like what Matt has done for, you know, for a lot of people within the fitness community. So I'm excited personally to kind of see where the growth goes. And, you know, if there's any way that we can help you
For sure.
in the
man,
long
sure.
run, just
sure, man.
let us know, you know, any, you know, promotional events or.
For sure. I'll let you know. Don't worry, when we get past this COVID thing, we're going to have outdoor workouts.
Yeah, we'd love, I mean,
DJs.
we could, you know, we'd love to come and teach like a special class. For you or
Yeah,
something.
love to do that.
yeah.
We've talked about doing
Yeah.
something like that for a while now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have our weekend lineup is gonna be off the hook. Besides combat classes, we're gonna have mace.
Great.
We're gonna have boxing, booty classes for the ladies. So the weekends gonna be specialty weekends. So we're gonna offer kettlebell classes for people that want to do more advanced. Cause I saw a girl in the park the other day. She's badass. She's doing muscle ups and one arm pull ups and whatnot. But she had a mace in her hand. I'm like, what?
Hey.
I said a mace, and I'm like, and I saw her. I'm like, she's new to this and whatnot. I'm like, hey, taking a couple of courses on this, man. If you want to, learn to do some flow, because that's what she said. I didn't even say anything. Say I want to learn, go fluid through movements. I'm like, I got you, baby.
That's great.
Yeah.
There we go.
So when you set all that back up, let us know. We'll
Yeah,
definitely
we're
come
gonna
and
have
teach
mace
a class.
classes. Yeah,
Would
come
love to.
through. Yeah, man.
Where can the people find you? What's your website? What's your gym website? All that
Okay,
stuff.
we're V3 Performance. That's our Instagram. All right, our website's getting rebuilt. So whatnot. You can catch me also. My personal's Live Loud and Fit. You'll find a link to my website, and you will find a link to my YouTube, which I also have started a podcast, Trainers Cafe.
Awesome.
There we
All right.
go.
Yeah.
You know, starting with got 2 episodes out with some of the people that influenced me that didn't even know it when I was a kid in the training business.
Beautiful.
And many other people. Maybe have get you guys on.
Yeah,
there
we'd
one
love
day.
to be on. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be great. We'd love to do that.
Yeah, and also
We're comfortable in front of the mic, we promise.
I see that. I see that. And also another thing that's a lot of people are enjoying Meathead Mondays. If you guys haven't checked it out, where me and my buddy Leo, you know,
Love it. Yeah.
you know Leo, we great training information, and we have a little fun and comedy to it.
And where can we find that?
Or that'll be on my you can go to my Instagram, Live Loud and Fit, or it's gonna be on my YouTube page, Live Loud and Fit YouTube,
Awesome.
which the link is in my profile.
Meathead Mondays.
Meathead Mondays, right?
You gotta
Check it
get
out.
Great.
shirts.
Oh yes, we're getting
Definitely
shirts.
gotta get shirts.
Yeah, so Meathead Mondays. You guys will enjoy Meathead Mondays. I'm telling you.
All right, I'll
Check it
definitely
out.
check it out for
Yeah,
sure.
check out the Meathead Mondays. We got 4 of those out, and people are really loving it. And people are asking for more and more. So yeah, man. Yeah. So
That's great. That's great. Mendez, you got anything?
Yeah, definitely. So I always usually ask about 2 questions, at the end to wrap things up with our guest. So question number 1, being in the fitness field for many years, what is the craziest and wildest thing you've ever seen being a fitness professional?
oh man, I got so many stories, man.
I got so many too, but
Well, all right, here we go.
what's
Here's
your
one.
top?
Here's one. So
You're such a meathead, by the way. Meathead Mondays.
one of them. So I was working at front desk at the gym, right? And a guy came in. I call him Jacques Cousteau, like the Pink Panther, right? Because he had this crazy accent. He was a foreigner. He had a crazy accent, and the dude, I'm telling you, it was him. I'm telling you, yo. So he came in there. He took a cab to the gym. He got
Fancy.
the cab with the umbrella, flip-flops, right? And he had
No pants. No, I'm kidding.
He had Speedos on.
Killing
Right.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, so he had Speedos into the gym now, all right? And I'm like, yo.
Doing deadlifts.
I'm like, it gets better. So I'm like, yo, where you going? You're like, oh, I'm going to the beach. I'm like, this is not the beach. No, I'm gonna work out before I go to the beach. I'm like, all right, you need some sneakers on. Because I'm like, this guy's gonna hurt himself, right? All right. So he has some sneakers in his bag. All right. So you know the assisted pull-up machine?
Yes.
All right. So this dude gets on it sideways, right? Hangs on it halfway. I don't know what he was doing. He wasn't doing no pull-ups. He wasn't doing no dips. I don't know what he was doing. That he almost had this whole thing crashing down on him.
Oh shit.
I'm like, at first I didn't say nothing. I'm saying, let me see what this guy gonna do, right? He was climbing on there. He had one leg wrapped up, the part that you could do dips. He got another arm here,
assisted part.
and he's doing some. I'm like, what is he doing, man? And then I see the thing rocking back and forth. I'm like, oh man! So I had to run behind the desk and catch it before it came crashing on his head.
Shit.
Yeah,
YouTube is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Telling you, YouTube is one hell of a drug.
I said, what were you doing, man? I can't remember what he said you were. He said he was trying to work his arms. I'm like, what?
And you got him as a client.
The things people.
No.
50 pack.
I asked him, hey, can I show you some exercises? And
Nah, I got it, bro. Men's Health from
I got it.
1989.
Meathead
Yo.
Mondays.
Arnold.
Yeah,
Meathead Monday.
He inspired me Meathead Monday.
Do the Arnold. I do the Arnold
Yo,
workout.
I got like 6 other stories on this dude. He'll come in every day, do some. I'm like, he doing this on purpose, man. He can't be for real, man. He gotta have a camera with him, man, because he was just doing like stuff and almost kill himself. I'm like, what is this guy doing?
I bet, man. Me and Josh, we have crazy wild stories all the time.
Yeah, we had a specific podcast just on
Oh, yeah.
on the insane shit that we've
If you
seen.
go
Yeah.
back, you'll find it.
So
we-
it's surface level stuff too.
Yeah.
We should always get together. We joked around and have a book and just put all this in a book.
Oh man, people's eyes would bleed.
Yeah.
People's
Open a
eyes
book- a
would bleed
book of
reading
his.
those
Yeah.
reading
Oh,
those
man.
pages.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, brother. Yeah, that was funny. So I gotta ask you, last question. What is the one biggest piece of advice you can leave off today for all our listeners in one sentence?
We're all babies, man. Continue to grow and learn. We're babies, baby. We're babies. We're learning, growing, adapting, evolving every day. Take life like that, baby. We're all babies.
Woo! We're all babies.
You got
guys
it.
already heard it.
Continue to learn, continue to grow.
Yep.
Till next time, guys.
Yep. Hey,
We're out. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, brother.
in the
Thank you.
building, baby.
Woo!